Imagine you're walking through the jungle, and suddenly you spot an elephant wobbling like it's had one too many at happy hour. Or picture a panda sitting in the corner, munching away with a glazed look in its eyes, like it's contemplating the meaning of bamboo. Sounds crazy, right? Believe it or not, animals getting tipsy isn't just a silly internet meme, it's a fascinating biological phenomenon. Whether it's from fermented fruits, intoxicating plants, or even weird human leftovers, animals have found their own version of the happy hour. So why does this happen? The answer lies in nature's chemistry lab. When fruits, nectar, or other natural goodies start to ferment, they produce alcohol, just like your favorite wine or beer. And while we humans intentionally ferment things to have a good time, animals don't need a bartender. They stumble across these snacks in the wild and accidentally, or maybe on purpose, end up with a buzz. But there's more to this phenomenon. It's not just about the alcohol. For some animals, it's an evolutionary strategy. Fermented fruits are often higher in calories, which can be a lifesaver in environments where food is scarce. And while humans might chase a high for fun, animals might do it for survival, or simply because it's there. Now let's get to the good stuff. We're talking drunken elephants, misbehaving monkeys, wobbly penguins, and more. And trust me, some of these stories will make you do a double take. Let's start with the big guys, elephants. These majestic creatures are known for their intelligence, empathy, and occasional drunken escapades. The most famous culprit? The marula tree. Here's the scene. Elephants sniff out the fruit of the marula tree, which, when overripe, ferments naturally in the heat. A herd of elephants stumbles upon these fruity treasures, feasts on them, and, well, things get interesting. Imagine an elephant stumbling, trumpeting louder than usual, and generally acting like the life of the party. But here's a twist. While these stories have become legendary, some scientists argue that elephants might not actually get drunk because their massive bodies would require a lot of alcohol. Still, locals in Africa and Asia swear they've seen tipsy elephants in action, crashing through villages or getting into hilarious standoffs with each other. Beyond the marula myth, elephants have also been observed raiding storage huts for fruits or even local brews, causing chaos in their quest for a boozy snack. One infamous story involves elephants in India breaking into a village to drink rice beer. The aftermath? Flattened houses and a herd of very noisy, very happy elephants. And it's not just marula fruits or rice beer. In Thailand, elephants have been known to raid sugarcane fields, which can ferment when exposed to the sun. These unexpected wild parties are both hilarious and a little nerve-wracking for locals. If elephants are the dignified drinkers of the animal kingdom, monkeys are the rowdy pub-goers. In places like the Caribbean, wild monkeys have been caught red-handed stealing alcoholic drinks from tourists. Yes, you heard that right. On islands like St. Kitts, vervet monkeys are notorious for sneaking onto beach bars and swiping leftover cocktails. And guess what? They have preferences. Studies show that some monkeys are picky drinkers, preferring sugary drinks like pina coladas over plain old beer. One hilarious report described a monkey causing chaos at a beach party, knocking over umbrellas and picking fights with tourists, all because it had one too many rum punches. But there's a deeper lesson here. Scientists actually study these behaviors to understand the roots of addiction in humans. Turns out, monkeys and humans aren't so different when it comes to chasing a buzz. It's not just Caribbean monkeys either. In India, rhesus macaques have been spotted raiding temples for offerings of fermented rice or fruits, turning sacred rituals into unexpected comedy shows. And in Japan, macaques have been observed eating fermented persimmons, leading to some very unsteady climbing and a lot of curious stares. Now, pandas might not raid bars or munch on marula fruits, but their diet has a built-in twist. Eucalyptus leaves contain compounds that can have a sedative effect, and pandas? They eat this stuff all day long. The result? These adorable fluff balls spend most of their time either eating, sleeping, or moving so slowly you'd think they're recovering from a wild night out. While it's not exactly drunk, the effect of their diet is a laid-back Zen-like state that's both funny and oddly relatable. Some researchers believe pandas' seemingly chill behavior might be a strategy to conserve energy. But let's be honest, it totally looks like they're perpetually in a food coma. Adding to their charm, pandas are known to play and roll around in a way that seems utterly carefree, almost like they've mastered the art of living in the moment. And while they're not technically intoxicated, their behavior feels like a wholesome version of a lazy Sunday after a big brunch. Heading to the icy south, let's talk about penguins. These tuxedoed comedians have been spotted acting, well, not so classy. Researchers have observed penguins consuming fermented krill and wobbling around like they're at an Antarctic rave. One memorable incident involved a group of Adelie penguins stumbling around a research station. Scientists initially thought something was wrong, only to realize the birds had been snacking on krill that had started fermenting under the ice. The result? A hilarious waddling dance-off that could rival any human party. Penguins' social dynamics make their antics even funnier. When one gets a little wobbly, others either join in or seem to look on in disapproval, a perfect reflection of group dynamics we see at human parties. In addition to krill, penguins are also known for their playful and sometimes chaotic behavior, which makes their intoxicated moments even more entertaining. Whether it's sliding on their bellies or crashing into each other, their antics are a reminder that nature loves a good laugh. Finally, we can't forget the koalas. These Aussie icons are known for their love of eucalyptus, which contains compounds that can make them drowsy and dazed. Some people even describe their behavior as slightly drunk. But here's the kicker. Koalas are incredibly picky eaters, choosing only certain eucalyptus leaves based on their chemical makeup. This selective diet means they're not just eating for nutrition, they're looking for the good stuff. And after a hearty meal, they'll climb up a tree and nap like they've had the best wine and dine experience ever. While their drunken behavior is more about conserving energy than intoxication, it's still endlessly entertaining to watch. Their slow-motion movements and dreamy expressions make them the ultimate chillers of the animal kingdom. So, what's the deal with animals and intoxication? For some, like monkeys, it's pure curiosity and maybe a taste for human luxuries. For others, like elephants and penguins, it's an accidental byproduct of their natural diet. And for pandas and koalas, their buzzed behavior might just be nature's way of keeping them calm and conserving energy. But that's not all. Beyond the animals we've covered, there are countless other creatures that dabble in nature's happy hour. Birds, for example, have been seen eating fermented berries and crashing into windows. Bats, surprisingly, have shown a higher tolerance for alcohol, possibly because their diet often includes fermented fruit. Even dolphins have been observed engaging in behavior that seems suspiciously intoxicated, like passing around pufferfish, which release a mild toxin to get a little buzz. The reasons behind these behaviors vary. Some scientists suggest that consuming fermented food might help animals discover high-calorie options, especially in scarce environments. Others theorize that intoxication could play a role in social bonding or even risk-taking behaviors that benefit survival. Ultimately, these stories remind us that the animal kingdom is full of surprises. Whether it's an elephant crashing through a village, a monkey stealing a pina colada, or a penguin wobbling on the ice, one thing's for sure: nature has its own wild sense of humor. To those of you who stayed with me until now, I recommend watching the video about the smartest bird in the world next, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. And until the next video, stay curious and full of energy.